Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today, as you can see, we've got a tier list, and today we're going to be ranking every championship team's start to the season. We're basically halfway through. Some have played more than half, some teams have played less than half because of so many postponed games. But as you can see, we've got all the teams in alphabetical order below us, and we've got brilliant as our categories. Got brilliant, brilliant start, good, average, underachieved, and awful. So should we get on with it? With Bournemouth, they are currently first on 49 points, and they've played 2 more games than Fulham, so Fulham will probably catch them up and become first. But Bournemouth last season came 6th. They only just, as people were expecting them to, get at least playoffs. They didn't get playoffs, but at least, top 3, top 4. And got 6th, but now top of the bunch. And to be fair, Fulham could slip up a few points. So for me, Bournemouth had a brilliant, brilliant start. World class for them. And they're shown why they're such a good team. It was a brilliant start. But on the other hand, with Barnsley, what a turnaround their season has been. Last season 7th, this season 23rd, and probably would be last if Derby didn't get their 21 points deduction. It was absolutely a dreadful start for Barnsley. 14 points Barnsley have got. Derby have got 11. And Derby have had 21 points deducted from them. And if they didn't get those 20 points off deducted, Derby would be 13th, 14th, mid-table. Such a good start. But Derby doing so well. They'll catch Barnsley up for sure. They may even catch Peterborough up. They could even catch Reading up. So Derby doing very well. Barnsley woeful. With Birmingham, it's average, isn't it? If I did this video a few months ago, they were like in September, they would be in brilliant. They would have had such a good start. They were winning games you didn't expect them to win. They were doing this, but now they've fallen off. The only reason why Hampstead underachieved is because they always finish 18th. They always finish around 17th, 18th. So for them, they haven't underachieved at all. They're just average. Moving on to Blackburn Rovers. Brilliant. They're second place right now. Only 3 points off Bournemouth in first. But Blackburn have such a brilliant, brilliant start to the season. And, they're doing so well, Blackburn. If they can keep this up, keep scoring, keep doing this in goals, then yeah, it's going to be a good season for Blackburn Rovers. And I think I'll do my championship table I might do my championship table predictions. Never know, do you? I may do it. From now until the end of the season. Yeah, I might do that. But yeah, Blackburn doing so well, Blackburn Rovers. And yeah, moving on to Blackpool, and I'm toying between average and good. I'm a bit nice today, so I'm gonna go good because you come back, first time you come back to the championship for a while, for ages, and you're doing that. 12th position right now, exactly mid-table. They're only 7 points off Huddersfield, and they have played the same game as Huddersfield. So, yeah, Blackburn, yeah, they could be slipping a little bit. But, at the moment, Blackburn doing very well. With Bristol City, they are underachieving. For 100%, they are underachieving. With the stadium they got, the players they got, with the manager they got, they should be 10th, 9th or 10th, somewhere like that. They're 15th. They're underachieving for me. And I could be wrong. Bristol City fans, you could be like, well, you're wrong, because, yeah, I could be wrong, but for me, I'm going Bristol City underachieving. Move on to Cardiff, and they are having an awful season. An awful season. They're 20th. I remember when they were flirting with playoffs. They're now flirting with bloody relegation. Let's be honest, they're only 4 points off relegation. It's woeful for Cardiff City. And And yeah, I can see Cardiff City changing. I can see Cardiff City turning their season around. They have the talent, they have the caliber, they have all of this, and they could turn it around. But for me now, I don't see them turn it around. Moving on to Coventry City, and I'll admit, in October we were brilliant. October, November we had such a good season, but now we're dropping points. So I'll say we're doing good. We're 10th with 3 games in hand. We're only 6 points off 6. You can't say we're average because last season we were 16th, 16th. Yeah, so we're not being average, we're being good, but we're not brilliant. We're closer to average than brilliant for me. But when we were 3rd and 4th, we were doing brilliant. But yeah, moving on to Derby County. They're having. Alright, just ignore the point deduction. They'll be having an average season for them. Just ignore the point deduction. 21 points more, they'll be 14th or 13th. So just take the 21 points off, they'll be 13th. So that's average for Derby. All good. Let's actually talk about the point deduction. They're doing so well with that. It's good. What am I saying average? They're doing brilliant. Why are we ignoring the point deduction? It's there, we have to talk about it. The point deduction, 21 points they lost, and they're already catching up to Barnsley. They're only 7 points off Peterborough. They're only 11 points off Reading. And to be fair, they have got teams above them have got games in hands, but still a very good start to the season. Fulham, you already know. Brilliant. And probably we'll do it in order. No, right, actually it doesn't matter. Alright, yeah, Fulham. Brilliant. What can I say? The top 3 are doing brilliant, aren't they? Brilliant. They're playing world class football, Fulham. They just have the only reason they're 3rd is because they have 3 games in hand, so they haven't played 3 more. That's fair. Bournemouth and Blackburn have played 25, so they have 2 games in hand. With that 2 games in hand, they'll go 2 points above Bournemouth if they win. So yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be an exciting one. No. Let's see. So let's say Fulham. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, there will be 2 points above Bournemouth. So Bournemouth, to be fair, they're doing good. That's why I put them brilliant. With Huddersfield, right, they're brilliant. They're doing brilliant. You can't even deny that. They're doing brilliant. People at the start of the season just talk about a team overachieving as mad, bro. Like people were saying in the predictions at the start of the season they'll be getting relegated. They'll be flirting with the relegation zone. No, they're not flirting with the relegation zone. They're doing brilliant. They're doing absolutely brilliant. 6th in the playoffs. What can I say? Brilliant for Huddersfield. With Hull, I'm close between average and underachieving. Average for me, because I don't think Hull are underachieving. I don't think Hull are underachieving. I think Hull are, the average. They were meant to be around here. You can't go in your first season and do a Blackpool when you're Hull City. So for me, they're average. They're doing well. They could do better, but they're doing well for them. They could be worse. They could be doing worse. We're on to Luton Town, a 16th average. Simple as that. These teams are going not really, but Luton are average. The easiest one. They're not having a good season. They're not underachieving. So yeah, average for me. With Middlesbrough, they are currently 7th. They're doing very good. And it's close to brilliant. But yeah, I'm just going to put good. Because, let's be honest, Middlesbrough, a few seasons ago, they weren't doing very well. They had a Dama Traore in those days. But they're just having an average season. No, good season even. Because, let's be honest, they have a game in hand on Huddersfield and they're 1 point off Huddersfield, so they could be going into the playoffs at Middlesbrough. So brilliant, but for me, just good. Like Millwall is average. They always finish around 11th and to 10th to 13th is where they always finish. Average season so far for them. Nothing to really talk about. You know, they pick up points here and there, but nothing really to talk about. But yeah, moving on to Nottingham Forest. They're currently ninth, and if I'm going to say a good season as well, because let's just go back a few months ago. They were last. They were doing woeful. They were losing games everywhere they go, and now they're picking up big points under Steve Cook or something like that. The manager, they're brilliant. 25. They have a game in hand on Huddersfield. If they win that game in hand, they'll be on 37, but Coventry on the same point. So no, Nottingham Forest could go like 10th, 11th. But yeah, should we move on to Peterborough and awful? They're last. They're in the relegation and they're 22nd. It has been an awful season for Peterborough United. You know, not been the best side. Not really threatened a lot. Not looked too hard. Not too difficult. We've got them next league match, which is I think the 15th of Jan. That's 3 o'clock. Yeah, we do it 15th of Jan, 3 o'clock. So that's a must win for us, to be fair. That's a must win. But yeah, for me, Peterborough United, awful. Preston North End, average. You know, they always finish around 14th, don't they? It's not big change, not big. Not much really to talk about with Preston North End. But yeah, with QPR, we all thought QPR would finish around here. So they're still having a brilliant season, aren't they? Pretty much the top 6 all having brilliant seasons. Because look at the top 6. Apart from Huddersfield only there because it's Huddersfield. We all thought they were going to go down. But Bournemouth, Blackburn, Fulham, and QPR all going brilliantly for them. And yeah, moving on to Reading, awful, absolutely woeful. 21st, 3 points off relegation. If you say underachieving, then say underachieving. But for me, they're definitely awful. Having a dreadful season. It's not good by their standards. But yeah, I'm toying though. Yeah, awful. Sheffield United, very good. They had a woeful start to the season. Woeful. They were losing games they thought they would win. But they have 4 games in hand. They win them all. They're on 35, 38, 41, 44 points. They'll be higher than Coventry. They'll be higher than Coventry City if they win all their games and Coventry win all their games. They'll still be higher. They'll be 1 point higher. So I'm praying that Sheffield United lose a game or more. But yeah, with Stoke City, they're having a good season. You know, to be fair, they're not having a bad season. You know, we were saying they're usually around 14th, 15th, aren't they? So not having a bad season. But I'm not too. We've seen my table. I'm not too sure if they're gonna get playoffs, but they could. They could surprise us. Moving on to Swansea City, and they're underachieving. They're 17th, so I'm close to awful. But yeah, underachieving Swansea for me. They've got an alright manager. They haven't really got the plan right now. As soon as they get the philosophy, they can start playing next season. I think they'll do brilliantly. But yeah, brilliant. It's an underachieving start for Swansea. Moving on to West Brom and the last one, it's brilliant. They're top 6. If I put the 5 in brilliant, then it has to be West Brom brilliant because they're sitting in 4th. 42 points, only 3 points off Fulham, but Fulham have 2 games in hand on them. They're only 4 points off Blackburn, and they're 7 points off Bournemouth. But yeah, there we go. That's the video over. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I want to see if you agree with my predictions, with my rankings. But yeah, see you.